Our programs are designed to strengthen the link between education and employer expectations in the construction sector. Let's start by explaining why our programs are so important if we are going to make any lasting impact in the construction industry. This is a typical company structure: workforce and management. The workforce delivers the bulk of the work, whether on or off-site, including the offices. Management, supervisors, senior staff, and directors set expectations and operate at a higher level of responsibility. When we look at management in particular, they don't just operate internally. They work within legislation and regulatory frameworks and are responsible for meeting standards, ensuring health and safety, and maintaining compliance. So management are not just leading people, they are accountable for how the organization operates. And that accountability shapes the expectations set across the organization. So they set expectations based on legislation, compliance, and regulatory responsibility. Those expectations apply across the whole workforce. Management are accountable, but everyone is expected to work to those standards. However, there is a clear challenge. Many employees have little or no understanding of the legislation behind these expectations, or what it means in practice. Some have never even heard of them. There can also be a belief that compliance sits with management, that it's their job. But in reality, responsibility does not sit with management alone, it sits with everyone. The bar has risen. What we are seeing across the sector is that employers are expecting far more from their workforce. Employers are not just looking for technical ability. They expect awareness of standards, understanding of responsibility, accountability in decision-making and professional behavior from the outset. We already know that colleges are already doing a huge amount to prepare learners for the construction industry, from technical training and employability support, to boot camps, work readiness programs, and industry engagement. Staff are working hard to develop skills, confidence, and behaviors that support progression into employment. But as industry expectations continue to rise, the challenge is changing. It's no longer just about being work-ready, it's about being expectation-ready. Local skills improvement plans are shaping how colleges respond to industry needs, increasing the supply of skills aligned to current and emerging demands, building capacity to address real skills shortages, and supporting both new entrants and the existing workforce through upskilling and reskilling. This is already influencing delivery, and over time it will make a real difference. But it is still early. And while these changes develop, there remains a clear need to ensure learners fully understand the expectations they will face in the workplace. So, we've established that technical skills and qualifications on their own are no longer enough. They are essential, but they are only the starting point. Employers now expect more: competency in practice, consistent professional behaviors, and the ability to perform under pressure. We believe the answer is one course and program, creating shared understanding and consistency across the workforce. Because when expectations are clear, understood, and consistent, behavior follows. We have adapted the same course across all levels. From apprenticeships, NEET Level 1 and 2, ESOL Level 1 and 2, semi-skilled and skilled. Understanding that everyone has different starting points, but require one shared standard. The courses are not trade-specific, so they apply to every role, every pathway, and across the entire workforce. We know that without this shared understanding, the workforce may not fully realize that they have responsibility and accountability, and that every decision they make, and every behavior they demonstrate, can have positive and negative consequences to them, the team, the project, the company, the client, and the environment. So, every decision matters, and understanding that impact is critical to professional competence. We are offering colleges a new and innovative, proactive approach, enabling them to meet the needs of employers. Giving them the opportunity to build understanding of key expectations, including CDM, BSI Flex 8670, and green skills. This supports employers by preparing individuals who understand expectations, responsibility, and behaviors from the outset and helping colleges get ahead of the curve, delivering learners who are more confident, more knowledgeable, and more employable. Following careful consideration and discussion with colleges and industry experts, this is the course proposed for Year 1 of study. It has 5 structured modules. Beginning with a clear understanding of what competency actually means. Moving into behavioral competency, because behavior determines whether standards are upheld. Embedding mental health and well-being, recognizing its impact on judgment and safe decision-making. Grounding learners in legal awareness and regulations, because compliance is fundamental. And reinforcing sustainable practices, because responsibility extends beyond the task. These modules are interlinked as in the real world. Together, they create a complete framework for modern professional competence. And they are fully aligned with CDM 2015, BSI Flex 8670, and Green Skills standards. This is the final year program, Becoming Self-Employed, Competence, Responsibility and Professional Practice. It was agreed that this program should be delivered in the final year. Because when people go self-employed, they are often told the same things. Get your UTR number, an accountant, insurance and invoice me for payment. And that is often where the guidance ends. But the reality is very different. Self-employment means legal accountability, financial responsibility, contractual obligation, professional standards, without supervision, and operating within a supply chain, where decisions affect others. Through my research, I found provision in this area is fragmented. There are some reasoning behind the action you need to take, but it does not always bring these together in a clear and consistent way. And it does not always ensure the consequences of actions are fully understood, positive or negative. This program does. It prepares individuals before exposure, not after something goes wrong. And this is why the program is so important. It has been created to reinforce learning, not just deliver it. To turn understanding into consistent behaviors. To support reflection, accountability, and responsibility over time. And to ensure learning is not lost, but reinforced and applied in practice. Because this is where real competence is developed. This is how they will be delivered, through structured discussion, not lecture or traditional training. Designed to engage learners, promote open conversation, and challenge thinking. Using scenarios to explore real consequences in practice. There are 41-hour sessions, delivered weekly, all carefully structured and fully aligned to the modules. Each session is mapped to reinforce learning and ensure consistency throughout the program. They reinforce standards, support reflection, build consistent behaviors over time, and help learners understand what good looks like in practice, across different scenarios. Because this is how behavior becomes embedded. Feedback is collected after every session, automatically sent to both the participants and the facilitator. This allows the facilitator to assess the delivery, ensuring sessions feel like facilitated discussion, not lecture. It also allows them to adapt and refine their approach where needed. We use AI to analyze this feedback, turning it into clear, usable insight. This provides a true, honest picture of what is happening in the room, from both perspectives. And allows you to track understanding, behavior, and delivery as the program progresses. At the end of the 40 weeks, a full summary report is produced, giving a clear overview of progress, engagement, and behavioral development across the program. So what are the benefits for everyone? The learner becomes more confident and more employable, with a clearer understanding of expectations under CDM, BSI Flex 8670, and Green Skills. They are more empowered to take accountability and responsibility, and to demonstrate behaviors that benefit themselves, the team, the project, and the wider organization. For the employer, they get a more knowledgeable and more capable workforce from the outset. Individuals who understand expectations, take responsibility, and demonstrate the right behaviors in practice. This builds trust. Employers feel more confident in the people they are bringing into their organization. They are better prepared to integrate into the workplace and contribute more effectively to the team and the project. As a result, employers see real value from the college. Stronger relationships are built, and they are more likely to return to recruit more learners who meet the same standard. And for the college, it goes further than the classroom. Learners leave more employable, more confident, and better prepared to meet industry expectations. They represent the college well in the workplace, demonstrating the behaviors, standards, and professionalism expected on site. This strengthens the college's reputation. Employers see the difference and have greater confidence in the learners they receive. It positions the college at the forefront of change, taking a proactive role in shaping the next generation of the construction workforce. And ultimately, this contributes to raising standards across the industry. Colleges should be leading the way. They are shaping the next generation of the construction workforce. This is where standards are set, where behaviors are formed, and where expectations begin. This is a real opportunity for colleges to take the lead and be at the forefront of change. Because the learners of today are the future of the industry. This is about giving them the confidence, the understanding, and the behaviors they need to succeed. And ensuring they enter the workforce ready, not just skilled, but capable, responsible, and accountable. Colleges must be recognized for the vital role they play, and the lasting impact they have on the future of the construction industry. And when we look back, we should be able to say, this is where the change began. This is where standards were raised. This is where the future of construction was shaped.